Firstly, I want to say to you that you will get through this. You have been through challenges. You have been through so much stuff in the past. I want you to take what you've learned from those past experiences, from all those challenges, and use it now. This is the time to pull on your strength, okay? Because you have got that inner strength within you. Even if right now you don't feel like it, even if right now all you want to do is stay in bed and you don't care what your kids are going to do, even if they stay on the iPad all day, you might be at that point right now where you literally don't give a beep. But I'm here to tell you that this is your opportunity to start thriving in life. If you've been making excuses for all this time, if you've been in this thing, what I call like the negativity trap, where you've been trapped in this negative zone, now is the time for you to start flourishing. And this is my open letter to all the parents out there in the world who are now at home. They have to work because they've still got to work, and you have now got your amazing, beautiful, angelic children at home with you at the same time. I want to do videos to help you to make the most out of this time, to try and maximize your money where you can, to start just looking at your money in a different way, because this is it. We can't sugarcoat this. This is going to be tough for us all, but we can still thrive through this, okay? Hello, my name is Veena V and I'm the founder of Mum to Millionaire, where I recently changed the direction of this channel to all about maximizing your money. But most importantly, I want to carry on what Mum to Millionaire is all about. It's about being truthful. It's about being honest and real and raw and just putting it all out there, because there's two things I really want to talk about today. And the first thing is, I don't want you to feel guilty at all, because right now on social media, you're probably getting two different camps right now. It's the camp of, this is amazing, like I love my children being home, this is great, life is cool. And then you've got the other camp who are like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever, my children are at home with me. Now, I want us to acknowledge both of these camps, but I want us to, like I said right at the beginning, we need to look at this situation in a completely different way. We need to perceive this as a really positive thing, even though it may not feel like it, because trust me, I'm about to say what has already happened in my life. But this is all about perception. This is all about thriving forward, seeing opportunities, and at the same time, not feeling guilty. So I want to go back to these two camps, okay? So the camp number one is you're seeing all these other parents that are having this amazing time with their children. They're posting snaps of them, like, just like, oh wow, look at our cool party in the house, and children are in their school uniform at home, like everyone's sticking to this amazing schedule, and that is brilliant for them, okay? That's their reality, and that's amazing. But there's certain things I want to say about that. Number one, remember, what you see on social media is not always true. So yes, those parents may be having the majority of their days what they're actually posting, but they're going to have those days where they're thinking, oh my God, what has happened today? But they're not going to share that with you. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say, that yes, that might be reality for them and everything is great. They're homeschooling, they're magically being able to work at the same time. But they might be having those days where everything is going a bit, everything's just going a bit upside down as well. To the people that are watching this, to the parents out there, and you have put a structure in place and you're doing really well, this is not the time for you to be selfish. This is the time for you to share how you are coping, because it may seem like a really easy tip for you. You might have this knowledge and expertise and you're thinking, oh, I'm just doing what I normally do. But trust me, there is many of us out there that are struggling. So please, now is not the time for you to be selfish. Now is the time, if you've nailed it, if you're doing a great job at home, please share it with us. Make a video. If you don't want to do that, because I understand that's another set of challenges for you to get on camera, maybe do an audio. Maybe just do a simple Facebook post on your personal profile. Even if you think nobody is going to want to hear what you've got to say, please do it for me. Because even if one person sees that post and they change something that they're doing at home, they might share that knowledge on with another person. And it's like a domino effect then, okay? So please, if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for me. Just share your knowledge. It's so important to do that right now. The other thing I want to say on that point of, if you're seeing all these parents and they're doing amazing jobs at home, number one, that like I keep on saying, that's amazing for them. But I don't want you to feel guilty about it, because there's going to be a heck of a lot of other parents, and I'm coming on to that other camp in a minute, where things aren't going great, where they are really struggling right now. And those people are most likely not sharing what it's really like for them. So if you are struggling through this time, please do not feel guilty. Like, you are normal. This is, and I'm going to say that word that everyone keeps saying, and even in my head, I'm like, cringe. This is unprecedented times. And it really is. This has just been thrown upon us. Everything was fine about 2 weeks ago. And now we found ourselves in a completely different situation. So don't feel guilty. Accept how you're feeling, okay? Because again, for me, about 2 weeks ago, I was like, yes, this is going to be great. Do you know what? It's fine. Like, my son hates school anyway, so he can be at home. I can do my own routine with him. I'll still be able to work. Everything will be butterflies and flowers and sunshine. And now we are on day 4, I think, of being at home. And no, it didn't go like that. I haven't been doing any work with my son. He's still been watching kind of history videos. I'm lucky he's into history anyway. We've been doing our exercises in the morning. Again, that's a tip I want to say to you actually, is that try and put some level of routine into your life. So what me and my son are doing is every day at 9 a.m. we are doing the Joe Wicks workout live on YouTube. So that still is forcing us to wake up at the same kind of time. We are still being both dressed by 9 o'clock. And then we do that workout for half an hour. And that gives us normality, because then at 9:30, I think, okay, like, we can disperse into our own separate areas of the house. And for an hour for us to, I don't know, get changed or eat our breakfast, whatever it is, and then I'll see how the rest of the day goes. And what I'm trying to do is putting a schedule for the rest of the day, because that works so well for us, is having that one activity in the morning at 9 a.m. that we're doing together. And then I need to sort out what we're doing for the rest of the day. But I'm not feeling guilty about it. I haven't done it yet. Okay, I haven't done it yet, but it's okay, because we've done one thing. We're doing our exercise in the morning, and then I'm trying to just wing it the rest of the day. I haven't been able to do any work this week either. This is the first kind of thing, if you class this as work, by making a video I'm doing today. But again, I'm just taking this week easy, and I'm kind of doing like a psychological trick on myself, and this might work for you. Because Easter holidays is coming up in the UK anyway, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, Veena, let's just pretend it's half term. So I'm pretending this week and next week is half term anyway, so I've got no pressure on myself, because if it was half term in a normal situation, we would be doing what we're doing now anyway, in terms of like just playing in the garden and going for that walk or going to the park. Obviously, if nobody's at the park, then me and my son are staying and doing exercise in the park. So we've been lucky in this area, like no one's really in the park anyway. So when we're going out of the house for that one time we're allowed out, we're able to keep that, again, some degree of normality, okay? And like I said before, it's okay to be feeling anything you're going through. Just like how you're being there for your children, like you need to be there for yourself. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do on this YouTube channel, but I just want to do something that's a few times a week where I can just help parents through, because I have been Me and my son have been through a lot. And that's what's even getting me through now. Because I think, Veena, hold on. And yes, I just talk to myself in the third person. I do that a lot. Does anyone else do that? Write in the comments if you've ever talked to yourself in the third person. But this is how I get through things, is talking to myself in the third person and saying, Veena, come on. You've gone through so many challenges in your life that's actually worse than what I'm dealing with right now. I know things are so bad in the world as a whole for all of us right now, but I've been through some really traumatic things in the past, and I'm thinking, okay, how can I use that and bring all that experience into this current situation, and how can me and my son get through this? Because we've been through loads of stuff and we got through it. And we will all get through this, okay? So please just accept however you're feeling. One day, like, I feel fine. Like I said to you, like, a few weeks ago, I was like, yeah, this is going to be great. And then the other day I was like, ah. And then something really bad happened at the weekend, to the point where I just felt so low and lost. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. But like these last few days, again, I've been feeling much better because I'm trying to control what I'm consuming, okay? Choose what you consume. Because at the weekend, I mean, something else happened, which I will maybe talk about in another video, but something happened that really triggered off a lot in me, and I just didn't want to talk to anyone. I was finding it really difficult. But not only that, I was watching a lot more of the news. So I was kind of dealing with two things at the same time. This thing that happened and just consuming a lot of stuff I didn't need to know. I understand that we need to know what's going on, but we don't have to obsess about the figures. What I would say in terms of that is limit your consumption. Limit what you consume. Don't look at your phone if you don't need to. If people are sending you stuff on WhatsApp, just kindly ask them not to send it, or don't go into those WhatsApp groups, or just don't check your phone for the day. Like, you will be fine if you don't check your phone for the day. Again, don't watch the news as much. What I'm doing is I'm not watching the news at all in the day, but I might, here in the UK, we have like this daily press conference at 5 p.m. So I'll watch that for about 10 minutes just to see the latest developments and see if you can still leave your house for once day and those kinds of things. In all honesty, I probably don't even need to do that, but I just feel like I want to do that right now. Again, maybe tomorrow I won't do that. Who knows? This is just a very fast changing situation, isn't it? But if you are feeling anxious, if you're feeling just not great at the moment, just please limit what you're consuming and flood your mind with positivity. Read positive books, watch positive things on YouTube. So there's so many free trials out there at the moment where you can like watch things that you've never watched before. Disney Plus are doing a free 7-day trial. So if you want to sit at home with your children, again, don't feel guilty. If other people are doing homeschooling and are on a set schedule, like, stuff it. If that's making you feel stressed out, it's okay to chill out for the next week or two and then have it in your head, a plan for the weeks going after that. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking every day as it comes right now. And yes, I will be getting into a more formal routine for me and my son because I thrive off routine and so does my son. So when we've had this week and next week to just take it easy, and I'm doing like DIY stuff. I've turned into a bit of a DIY queen around the house, been painting outside my door, getting on chairs, like painting outside and all that kind of stuff. Once I've done that, yes, I will do some more homeschooling and stuff I'm supposed to be doing with my son, but I'm just not gonna let anyone put that guilt onto me for not doing that, and I hope you do the same as well. So remember at the beginning of this video I said there's these kind of two camps at the moment. This camp of everything's great, yeah, woo, and then the camp of like, oh my God, I have to homeschool my children. Now, again, I understand that we all need to have a bit of a moan. We need to let our emotions out there because, again, we're not used to our kids being with us and for us having to work at the same time. That is challenging. It's so challenging. So I want you to let it out. I want us, like, that's fine if you want to vent out on Facebook and make videos. Like, I've seen some really funny videos, like literally going, teachers, like, we are so sorry, like, please forgive us. Like, that's great. Like, we all need to try and laugh in times like this, but I don't want you to get caught in that negativity trap. And what I mean by that is literally moaning every single day that your children are at home with you and that you can't work. Because what happens? What happens when you do that? Nothing. Basically, if you keep moaning every day, your situation won't change. If you keep doing the same things over and over again, if you keep moaning about the same things over and over again, nothing will change. And you will keep moaning every day and your situation will deteriorate. So please, I understand that we all need to vent out. We all need to be like, this is hard. And it is hard. There is no sugarcoating this. But at the same time, after we've had that moan, and remember, this is on a day-to-day basis. So you might have a moan one day and then you're fine for 4 days. And then it might hit you on the 5th day. And again, like I said before, like, we need to accept those emotions. And if we're going to have a day where your child is on their iPad, like, who cares? Just let them go on their iPad for the day. Tomorrow you do something else with them, and you take away their electronics for the day or whatever it is. Like I said, we've got to take this day by day. However, having said that, don't get caught in that negativity cycle of then feeding into that, thinking, oh my God, like, this is so hard. And every day you're shouting at the children, and we've got to work with what we've got. Okay. And I've said it already. I want you to flood your mind with positivity. I want you to look at your situation. Okay. Let's be logical about this. We are at home. We've got our children and we've got to work at the same time. So how can we do both? Okay. And it's things like putting a structure in place with yourself. And you don't have to have a rigid structure because that may not work. But what you need to do is have that thing, like, like I said, me and my son at 9 o'clock in the morning, at the moment, we're doing the exercise together. And then, 9:30, 10:30, I could be editing a video or working on a course, and I can let him go on his iPad. That's 1 hour. And then we might have another hour where we're doing an activity together. It's about splitting up your day. It's about being realistic. You realistically are not going to be able to do your 9 to 5 job at home with no interruptions from your child unless you lock them away somewhere. And nobody, you may feel like doing that right now, but I don't advise that you do that. It's about working the situation out for you. Again, take the tips that you're maybe researching already, but see how it relates to you and your family, because you might be like me, where you've got a really challenging child, and it's not a fact of, okay, let's put a schedule in place, everything's going to be great. Like, again, I've got to take it day by day. He's got these emotional needs that I need to be there for him emotionally, and he hasn't taken this, coronavirus well either. So I'm kind of getting as a parent, and he's getting that like 100 times more. So I need to be there for my son. So I don't want to push things onto him. I've got to do a lot of I have to schedule in for my son just like a lot of talking time. We're like sat down, like yesterday we went for this lovely walk in the evening, and we literally were out for about an hour and a half, just walking around, getting our exercise. And that was our kind of talking therapy time. I'm trying to encourage him to do drawing, just things like that. And I do want to say to the parents that are watching this, that if you are struggling with your child, like, I understand 100%. Because it's not easy, especially if you've got a challenging child, and maybe you're like me as well, and you're a single mum, and you're trying to do, on any given day, it's a struggle anyway, and now it's kind of like multiplied. So, oh my God, I'm getting emotional now. This is not an emotional video. This is me to say to you that we are all in this together. If you're feeling a certain way, just keep on remembering that there's so many people around the world, not even just in the UK, around the world that are going through exactly what you are going through right now. if your children, even if you're not going to do any work with them for the next 2 months, is it really going to affect them for the rest of their life? It's not. Just try and do what you can. Even if you're going to put things like a history documentary on for them or a geography, whatever, do you know what? Write down things they like and try and do a schedule for that. You don't have to follow a strict what they would be doing at school with them. Like, you don't need to do that. Just try your best. That's all you can do. This was some random video. I don't even know if this has helped you. I just really hope it has, but this was just my open letter to parents out there saying we are all going to get through this. Just do things at your own pace, do things in your own style, and don't let anyone else judge you. And don't feel like you need to be judged by anyone else. The people that are out there that are doing their like a normal school day, that's freaking amazing. That's so inspiring. But at the same time, like, just take what you can from that and apply it to your own situation. Because even though we are all in this together, we all have our individual situations. So tailor everything right now to yourself and make sure as a parent that you're getting that time for yourself. Because I know we are also worried about our children and trying to do the best we can for them, but we've also got to do the best for us. Because if we are not in a good mental state, if we are not in this kind of high vibration and positivity, our kids are going to pick up on that as well. So it's just as important, and even more important actually, for us to look after ourselves even more right now. If that's even the case of putting a film on for your kids and you going upstairs in your bedroom and you watching a film by yourself or a positive video by yourself, like, you need that time. I'm going to do another video on maybe some more practical tips, but again, I just want you to know that you are going to get through this. We've done it before in different situations, and I know as a parent that you've been through challenging times already with your children. So take what you can from what you've learned from those situations and put it into today, next week, and however long this is going to go on for, okay? I've got so many more videos on this channel that will really help you, so go back and look at my previous videos. One video I really want you to watch is that one. It's the easiest way how you can make money from home right now. So if you're doing a lot of online shopping, please go and watch that first, because I'm going to teach you how to make money from home. So if you're going to do online food shopping, you need to watch that video because you can actually get extra money back. Does that make sense? Anyway, go and watch that video because it's just going to teach you how you can make money. I've also got a free £10 for you in that video as well. So yeah, go and watch that. Keep rising, keep smiling, and keep being the ultimate version of yourself. You will get through this.